If you're about to watch Tell Me Lies Season 3, or just need a reminder of how messy things really got, this recap breaks down every lie, betrayal, and turning point that led us here. At Bree and Evan's engagement party, unresolved tension explodes between Lucy, Stephen, and Lydia, now Stephen's fiancée and Lucy's former best friend. Lydia makes it clear she still holds deep resentment toward Lucy over a past betrayal. Flashing back to 2008, Lucy returns to campus after spending the summer with Lydia and meets Lydia's brother, Chris, as he begins his first year at Baird. Lucy reconnects with Bree and Pippa, while Stephen shows off a new iPhone gifted by Diana's father, triggering jealousy and discomfort. At a party, Lucy struggles being around Stephen and secretly reconnects with Evan about their past hookup. She also has awkward run-ins with both Stephen and Diana. Meanwhile, Bree starts pushing boundaries, manipulating the administration over her classes and forming a questionable connection with Professor Oliver. Lucy later has an emotional breakdown in class, but Professor Marion offers her a transcription project for extra credit, giving her a sense of stability. Stephen grows increasingly jealous when Lucy talks to Leo, reigniting their rivalry. Their confrontation escalates, ending with Lucy smashing Stephen's phone and warning him never to bring up Macy's death or the anonymous letter again. Lucy leaves the engagement party alone, while Pippa leaves to meet her girlfriend, revealed to be Diana. Bree's birthday dinner exposes the cracks in her relationship with Evan when he gives her expensive earrings, a gesture that only adds to the tension. Meanwhile, Lucy and Pippa meet Leo and quickly exchange numbers, setting new dynamics in motion. Bree later confides in Professor Oliver, and their conversation sparks an emotional connection she clearly craves. Around the same time, Evan admits to Stephen that he cheated on Bree. Stephen pushes him to confess, while Lucy begins dating Leo and shares her first kiss with him. When Evan finally tells Bree about the betrayal, he hides the truth that Lucy was involved. Bree feels manipulated and devastated, pushing her further toward Oliver for comfort, though she still hesitates to fully cross the line. At a party, Pippa drinks heavily and ends up in a disturbing situation with Chris. Diana steps in and later warns Lucy, who confronts Pippa the next day. With no memory of what happened, Pippa panics and begs Lucy not to tell Bree, creating a secret that immediately strains their friendship. Bree, torn but still emotionally tied to Evan, sleeps with him after nearly giving in to her attraction to Oliver. Bree finally gives in and kisses Oliver in private, and Pippa secretly washes her clothes from the party, clearly shaken by what happened with Chris. In the present day, Lucy tries to act unaffected by Stephen, but her tension shows when her boyfriend Max interacts with him. Pippa keeps her distance from Wrigley and later confides in Diana, admitting she wishes Diana had been there for her when she needed support most. Back in 2008, Stephen continues playing mind games with Lucy, publicly criticizing her essay in class to unsettle her. He later corners her in her dorm, insisting she still has feelings for him. Lucy resists and shocks Diana by revealing that Stephen let Macy die after the crash. Diana refuses to believe it. Lucy pulls away completely, even dropping his class. Meanwhile, Bree fully crosses the line with Professor Oliver, agreeing to a secret affair. Despite Oliver's hesitation, they ultimately sleep together at a friend's apartment, deepening a relationship neither of them can control. Pippa struggles in the aftermath of the party and her encounter with Chris. She clashes with Wrigley and stands her ground when his teammates mock her. Wrigley later apologizes, but when Lucy tries to press Pippa about what happened with Chris, Pippa shuts down and refuses to talk. At the same time, Lucy and Leo grow closer, with Lucy cautiously opening up about Stephen's hold over her. Leo promises to treat her better, even as concerns about his temper linger. Shaken by Lucy's accusation and her own doubts, Diana seeks reassurance by initiating sex with Stephen, clinging to the relationship despite the cracks forming beneath it. Stephen, Wrigley, and Evan narrowly avoid a car crash, leaving Stephen shaken just before his LSATs. Diana tries to comfort him, but he brushes it off later, admitting that cheating on her was his biggest mistake. Pippa lies to her father about still dating Wrigley, and Wrigley plays along. Later, the two share an awkward but honest conversation about their breakup. At a party, tension flares between Lucy and Leo when Lucy's jealousy surfaces, rooted in her unresolved trauma with Stephen. They argue, but reconcile the next day and take their relationship to a more intimate level. Bree later confesses her affair with Oliver to Lucy, who reluctantly agrees to keep the secret. During the LSAT, Stephen suffers a panic attack and is taken to the hospital, where Diana learns he has a fractured rib consistent with hitting a steering wheel, raising new doubts about Macy's crash. Snooping through Stephen's laptop, she finds incriminating photos of him and Macy. Realizing Lucy may have been telling the truth, Diana quietly deletes the evidence and says nothing. On Halloween, Diana struggles to keep her composure, briefly bonding with Pippa, who feels an unexpected pull toward her. Lucy focuses on repairing her GPA with Marion's help, while growing suspicious of Bree, who secretly escapes on a hotel getaway with Oliver. The trip turns uncomfortable when Oliver kisses Bree in front of a bartender to make a point, leaving her embarrassed but still emotionally hooked. When Sadie accuses Lucy of stalking Stephen, Lucy calmly defends herself, earning Lydia's respect. Meanwhile, Pippa and Wrigley reconnect platonically, sharing brutally honest confessions and choosing to spend the night together as friends. The next day, everything shifts when Chris is accused of raping one of Diana's sorority sisters. Lydia instinctively defends him, while Lucy sides with the alleged victim, creating a deep rift between them. Stephen begins to spiral, leaving Lucy a threatening voicemail that terrifies her and horrifies Sadie. After witnessing his darker side firsthand, Sadie walks away. At Evan and Bree's rehearsal dinner in the present day, tension simmers beneath the celebration. Lucy secretly hooks up with Max, deliberately making sure Stephen sees it, turning the night into another silent power play. In the past, Thanksgiving exposes just how fractured everything has become. Awkward games turn hostile when Stephen reveals that Leo was cheated on by his ex with Stephen himself. The betrayal shatters Lucy. When she confronts Leo about his anger issues, the conversation spirals. Leo opens up about his abusive family history, then ends the relationship, accusing Lucy of weaponizing his trauma against him. Elsewhere, Bree admits to Evan that she's dating an older man, triggering a painful confrontation. By morning, Lucy, emotionally exhausted, begs Stephen to end their toxic war only to realize he still has a hold on her. Stephen is haunted by nightmares as his relationship with Diana continues to fracture. At the same time, Pippa secretly reconnects with Wrigley and opens up about her sexuality, deepening their emotional bond. Bree sinks further into her dangerous affair with Oliver, carelessly leaving incriminating evidence behind at Marion's Christmas party, something Lucy notices with quiet disgust. Lucy later confronts Bree about Oliver, but the tension between them explodes when Lucy publicly lies, claiming Chris also assaulted her. She does it to force accountability, using Pippa's buried trauma as leverage. The lie devastates Pippa, severely damaging their friendship and igniting Lydia's fury. Wrigley, overwhelmed by his own mistakes, breaks down and leans on Pippa for support, further complicating their connection. Meanwhile, Diana tries to salvage her relationship with Stephen, but his sudden outbursts leave her deeply unsettled. As the pressure builds, Stephen finally admits what has always lingered, declaring his enduring love for Lucy. The stakes rise even higher when Marion is revealed wearing Bree's earring, signaling that the affair is no longer as secret as Bree believes. In 2015, Max realizes Lucy deliberately told Stephen to watch them have sex and immediately ends things. The next morning, Lucy sleeps with Stephen anyway, proving how deep his hold still runs. Back in 2008, Lucy spends the night with Stephen but panics afterward. Trying to regain control, she confesses her love to Leo, and the two reunite. Stephen ends things with Diana, who calls out his sociopathic behavior. It's then revealed Diana actually aced her Elsatzer plan to step back was a test to prove Stephen only valued her when she was useful. Drew visits Wrigley, and the brothers reconcile during a night of drinking. At the bar, Wrigley calls Pippa, confesses his love, and apologizes for everything. Bree finally tells Oliver she wants a real relationship, but he ends it, sensing she's grown too attached. At a Christmas party, Stephen grows enraged seeing Lucy with Leo and deliberately provokes him by bragging they slept together that same day. Leo brutally beats Stephen, who refuses to fight back, manipulating Lucy into guilt. The next morning, tragedy strikes when Wrigley wakes to find Drew dead after overdosing on Wrigley's pills. Bree goes to Oliver's house, insisting she only wants something physical now, and they sleep together only to be caught by Marion. Unfazed, Marion reveals she and Oliver have an open relationship and orchestrated the affair all semester. Devastated and furious, Bree, Lucy, and Pippa retaliate by destroying Oliver's car. Evan later confesses to Stephen that he slept with Lucy, unaware Stephen records the admission. In 2015, just moments before Bree walks down the aisle to marry Evan, Stephen sends her the recording, ensuring that even on her wedding day, the damage isn't done yet. That's the full recap of Tell Me Lies Season 2. Every secret, every manipulation, and every relationship pushed past the breaking point. If this helped you get caught up, Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more full season recaps and breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.